Yes. So, Sikal students, today we want to discuss about propagation or combination of errors. What does it mean? Let's say we have a quantity A. It can be length or area or diameter, anything, any measurement. Let A is a quantity and delta A is the absolute error in its measurement. That means in the measurement of A. Similarly, students, let other quantity be B and let delta B be the absolute error in its measurement. You know what is absolute error? You know, absolute error delta X is always equal to the true value of X, true value, minus the observation Xi. Why I say Xi? It can be first observation, second observation, or third observation, right? That is absolute error. This is how I define absolute error. So that's what I'm saying. Now we want to define X. X is defined as A plus B. I want to add these two quantities. When I add these two quantities, obviously they have their corresponding absolute error also in their measurement. So I want to see what happens to the resultant error. The resultant error is delta X, right? I want to see what happens to delta X when I add these two. That is, first case, I want to study about propagation of error or resultant error or combination of error in case when two quantities are summed up and both the quantities have errors in their measurement. So delta X is what? It's important to define delta X. Delta X is absolute error. Now I will not say in the measurement because I have not measured X. I have physically measured A and B quantity with vernier caliper, with screw gauge, with scale, with whatever. But delta X or X, I have calculated. I have calculated with my hand, with pen, on computer, you know. So I want to calculate what is delta X. That is absolute error in the calculation of X. And what is X? X is equal to A plus B. That means X is a function which is combination of sum of both the quantities A and B. So students, now see that, let's say this equation is 1. From this equation, I can definitely say that X plus minus delta X, would be equal to A plus minus delta A, right? Plus B plus minus delta B. What does this equation mean, students? This means X with the resultant error, it can be positive or negative, would be equal to A with its corresponding absolute error plus B with its corresponding absolute error, right? So this can be written as A plus B plus minus delta A plus delta B. It is worthwhile to see, students, this is plus minus A plus minus B. This can be written as plus minus, if I take common, it will be A plus B. Because plus divided by plus is plus, minus divided by minus is also plus, right? So, but A plus B already have defined is X. So this is equal to X plus minus delta A plus delta B. X cancels with X. So I come to know about the resultant error. So resultant error, delta X, the propagation of error when we add two quantities would be equal to plus minus delta A, that is absolute error in the measurement of A plus absolute error in the measurement of B. Sum of the absolute errors of both the quantities. In case I have three quantities, it will be sum of absolute errors of all the three quantities. Why I have added plus minus? Because the individual error can be plus or minus. Why? When my true value is, let us say, 6.56 centimeter. Let's say it's diameter of a cylinder. This is diameter of a cylinder. It is 6.56 centimeter. But my measured value, let us say A1 is 6.55. So in this case, my delta A1 would be true value 6.56 minus 6.55 will be positive. But if my measured value, let's say A2 is more than the true value 6.57, then my absolute error related to second observation, that is delta A2, would be negative. So the absolute error may be positive, may be zero in case my measured value is equal to true value, or maybe negative. That's the reason I have used plus and minus sign. So first is over, that when I add two quantities, the resultant error is the sum of two errors. Same is the case when I subtract them. So now I will see second, that is error in difference. Error in difference. So similarly, students, I define some quantity A, and delta A is the absolute error in the measurement of A. I define other quantity B, delta B is the absolute error in the measurement of B. Now I define X is equal to, yes Ishma, how will I define X? Now I want to subtract these two quantities. So what will be X, Ishma? Any student? X is,
Delta A minus delta P.
no, X. I'm talking
A
about
minus
A
B.
minus B. X is defined as A minus B. Okay. So X is defined as A minus B. And when I subtract these two terms, there will be some error corresponding to A minus B. So delta X is, I will write absolute error in the calculation or measurement. Jasmine, what should I write?
Measure.
I should write in the calculation, because X I have not measured, I have calculated on the basis of errors of A and B. Absolute error in the calculation of X. What is X? A minus B. Right, students? So how will I write? See, X plus minus delta X. Now, what does it mean? That is final quantity X, which is A minus B, with its error, would be equal to A plus minus delta A. Now it will be minus B plus minus delta B. Well, this will be equal to A minus B, right? So now it will be, what it will be, students? Can you tell? So it will be, I can write, if I remove the bracket, it will be delta A. So minus, it will become minus, minus, it will become plus. So either you take it plus minus A, or you take minus plus A, both are same. Okay. So it will be minus plus delta B. Now A plus B, A minus B is X. Here also it's X plus minus delta X. So if I take plus minus common, what do you get? Inside is, yes students, if you take plus minus common, what do you get? Please tell me.
Delta A plus delta B.
Yeah, you will get delta A plus delta B. Very good. So you can write like this, delta A plus delta B. That I have already explained to you, because plus divided by plus is plus, minus divided by minus is also plus. So now X cancels with X. So I can say resulting error, when we subtract two quantities, is also the addition of their individual absolute error. Very right. This is also done. Okay. So that means whether we add two quantities or the here also resulting error is addition of the absolute individual absolute error, or we subtract, then also the result is same. Let's go to the third one. Now third one is quite interesting, students. So that is now what we want to do. We want to take the but we can also do a small numerical also here before going further. He says that the lengths of two cylinders are measured. He say L1 is equal to 5.62 plus minus 0.01 centimeter. So this is the error in the measurement of length 1, and L2 will be equal to, let's say, 4.34 plus minus 0.02 centimeter. Right, students? That is the error in measurement of length L2 is more than the error in measurement of length L1. Okay. He says calculate the difference in length with error limits. We want to find difference in length with error limits. Okay, students. So we know L1 is this and L2 is this. So we can say what will be L1 minus L2? L1 minus L2 will be equal to simply 5.62 minus 4.34, that is equal to 1.28 centimeter, right? But we have not taken into account the resulting error. How will we take the resulting error? So we know delta, so we will use this equation, this one, plus minus delta x is equal to plus minus delta a plus delta b, right? Plus minus delta x. Ishma, can you speak this please? Is equal to plus minus.
Plus minus delta A plus delta B.
Very good, beta. I'm so happy with you. You should not use minus here because minus you have taken out. So now plus minus delta x, that is resultant error when we subtract these two would be equal to plus minus. Yeah, can you tell me? So it will be plus minus 0.01 plus 0.02. The error will be added, right? So this is equal to plus minus 0.03 what? Unit?
Centimeter.
It will be centimeter. 0.03 centimeter. What will be the percentage error? So plus percentage error is plus minus 0.03 divided by, do you remember? Divided by the,
100.
now it will be divided by this one, L1 minus L2. So it will be 1.28 into 100. So that will be equal to plus minus 2.34 percentage. Students, it's very important to note, suppose he had asked to add the length. Suppose he had asked to add the length and then find the resulting error. So can we quickly do that also? So now L1 plus L2 will be 5.62 plus 4.34. So that will be equal to 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 0.5 plus 4, 9 centimeter. Now, Ishma, can you tell what will be plus minus delta x resulting error? When we add these, resulting error will be same as found in the difference. What it will be? Plus minus 0.03 centimeter. But the percentage error will be different. Am I right? Why? Because here it was L1 minus L2 and now it will be, yes Ishma, can you tell? 0.03.
L1 plus L2.
It will be L1 plus L2. That will be 9.96 into 100. So you please calculate, that will be the percentage error. This is how you will do both the sums. Now we go next. So now we do errors in the product. Error in product. What is the meaning of error in product, Ishma? That means, let's say we have one quantity A, other quantity B. A is having absolute error delta A, B is having absolute error delta B. Now X is defined as, please tell me students, we want to do product of these two quantities. So X is equal to A, come on tell me, into B.
B.
Very good. When we do A, X is equal to A into B, we want to find out what will be plus minus delta X. Actually, we want to find out delta X only. But we know delta X can be plus or it can be minus. That's why we add this. We don't know how it will propagate. So we will find out. How we will find out, students? Delta X is the absolute error in the calculation of X. And what is X? X is equal to A into B. Both these signs are multiple signs. Don't think this is cross product and dot product. So now students, how we can do? So we will be having X plus minus delta X would be equal to, yeah, can you tell how I will write now? I will write both these quantities in the form of their multiplication along with their error. So Ishma, how will I write? X plus minus, A plus minus delta A into B plus minus, come on students, delta B. You see, let me show you previous slides. When we wanted to add them, we added this A plus minus delta A plus B plus minus delta B. See here, when we subtracted them, then we wrote A plus minus delta A minus B plus minus delta A. Now we want to product them. We want to find the error propagation when we multiply them. So students, how we will do? So we will take X common from here. So what will be inside? 1 plus minus delta X by X. So here you will take A common. It will be 1 plus minus delta A by A. You take B common. It will be 1 plus minus delta A B by B. Now you see students, this is AB. This is AB is equal to X. Already we have defined AB is equal to X. So this cancels. So ultimately what we get, 1 plus minus delta X by X. Let me change the color. Would be equal to, Ishma, please multiply all. First 1 with 1, 1. Then 1 with this. So it will be plus minus delta B by B. Then this one with 1. So plus minus delta A by A. Then this one with this B. So it will be plus minus delta A by A into delta B by B. Students, delta A by A already is very small and delta B by B is already very small. So when you multiply two very small quantities, the result is always smaller. Just see. When you multiply 0.3 by 3, you get 0.9, a bigger number. But when you multiply 0.3 by 0.3, you get smaller number. How much? 0.09, very small. So this product can be left out because this will be very small. So finally what I get? 1 plus minus delta B by B plus minus delta A by A. This can be taken out. 1 cancels with 1. I can say plus minus delta X by X is equal to, yes Ishma, bache, can you tell? Plus minus common, it will be delta A by A plus
delta B by B.
Delta B by B. So can any student make a statement how the error propagates when I multiply two items, two measured quantities along with their errors? So actually delta X by X is what, Ishma? Delta X by X, this is fractional error. This is fractional or this is relative error. So fractional or relative error in the measurement of product of two quantities is what? Addition of, sorry, I've written it Z here. I'm sorry, this is wrong. It should be delta B not by 2, but rather, I'm so sorry, delta A by A, then delta B by B. I'm so sorry. So this is fractional error in the measurement of A, and this is fractional error in the measurement of B. So what is delta X by X? Fractional error in the calculation of X is equal to sum of fractional error of A and B. Fine. This is also done. Ishma, can you repeat this quickly? Then I go to quotient. Can any student repeat?
Yes, sir.
Can any student repeat this? When we multiply two measured quantities with some errors in their measurement, the resulting fractional error will be the sum of fractional error or relative error of the two
of A.
as well as B. Very right, students. So we have done also. Students, I will not do quotient. I will leave it to you. Okay. I will leave it to you. And also, you don't know binomial expansion till now. So I just leave it for you to do it. But then I want to tell you the result is same. Suppose I have x is equal to, now I want to do the fourth one, quotient form. है ना? Errors in quotient means when I divide. So x is equal to, now what? Initially, first case, I was adding two quantities. Yes, mean? In the second case, I was? In the second case, I was?
Minus.
Yes, you should say
Subtract.
subtracting two quantities. You see, bache, understanding physics and mathematics may be challenging, but learning English is not challenging. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry can learn English. So better have the habit of talking and listening in English. Don't worry, because our all physics and maths is in English. A third one was A into B. Fourth one is A divided by B. So X will be, yes, Ishma? X will be A divided by B, right? So we will start in the same way. And if we do binomial expansion, we will get the same value. What? The fractional error in the measurement of X. That is delta X by X would be equal to, yes, students, tell me. Same, just like we got the answer last time. It will be addition of fractional error in A. What is the fractional error in A? Delta A by A. And what is fractional error in B? Delta B by B. What we do, Ishma? What we want to do? Do we want to subtract them? Do we want to add them?
Add.
Add them. I told you the result is same as in the last case. We have added the, this is the fractional error in A, and this is fractional error in B. Simply add them. That's all. So we gonna do with this. So when you have two quantities and you want to divide them, they have their own errors. So simply the resulting fractional error would be the sum of fractional errors of individual quantities. Okay, then yet more interesting thing, students. Now fifth case. What is fifth case? Error in case of measured quantities raised to a power. Errors in case of a measured quantity measured raised to a power. Very interesting. This you can understand, raised to a, because all the concepts explained in this can be easily understood by you. So raised to power means it's like, a raised to power what? N, then b raised to power what? M, right? So raised to power. So we will discuss now. Now students, we will say let x is equal to, so you can both ways. You can do either way. We will do x a raised to power n divided by b raised to power m. You got it? No, it can be sometimes you see, let's say some quantity is there that is proportional to some other quantity, a square of other quantity, and it's inversely proportional to cube of some other quantity, like that. So a square b cube, like you have seen the time period of the pendulum is proportional to, do you remember the 1 by 2 power of length? Do you remember? Do you remember that question, the formula for time period? Time period is equal to 2 pi under root L by
1 by 2 into G by minus 1 by 2.
Yeah, so you can say here it is again 1 by 2, right? So similarly is the case, I'm taking x is equal to a raised to power n divided by b raised to power n. So students, can I write it, Ishma, as a raised to power n, Jasmine, into b raised to power? Yes, Jasmine, can you tell me?
M B
No,
raised to
no,
power
no, no
M
बच्चे, m तो नीचे है ना, जब पावर ऊपर जाएगी तो क्या हो जाएगी? b की पावर
minus negative
minus. Very right, you're a good girl. A raised to power n into b raised to power minus m. Okay, so again we will define what that delta A is. Yeah, who will tell? Only one student. What is delta A? Jasmine, can you say what is delta A? Absolute error
absolute error in the
in the
measurement.
measurement of A. What is
A.
delta? What is delta B?
Absolute error in the measurement of
Measurement of
B.
B. What is delta X? Absolute error
Absolute
in
error
the,
in the calculation of
oh, you got
X.
it. X, and X is equal to A raised to power
A power
n divided by
N
b raised to power m. Okay, b raised to power, exercise b raised to power m. So how we can do it? It's very interesting. So students, here little bit of knowledge of differentiation is required, but I won't be having time to explain that. I'm sorry. So hope you know it. You'll understand. So now we know this is the first equation. So students, do you remember that what is ddx of x raised to power n?
n into x the power n minus 1.
N minus 1. Okay, so that much knowledge is essential. Okay, but here I'm differentiating with respect to x. I can differentiate with respect to independent variable also. So that's little bit different, little bit, but you won't have any problem. So this equation I will differentiate on both sides with respect to independent variable. One more formula is required here, students. You know that I told you differential of u. If u is if u let's say if x is equal to u. Once again, if let's say x is equal to u into v. So what will be differentiation of x? So it will be du into v plus dv into. Do you remember, students? Into u.
U.
Right? So this also we will be using it, partial differentiation. Okay, so when we do this, students, so what we get is we can write dx or we can write delta x also here. We will write delta x. So delta x will be equal to, please differentiate this, a raised to power n. So this will be n a raised to power n minus 1. Am I right? N a raised to power n minus 1, but we'll add delta a also with this, right? Now into b raised to power. Yeah, students, Ishma, I've differentiated the first one. Second one, I will write like this only, b raised to power minus n. So what will be the second one now? I've differentiated this one. Now I will differentiate this one. I will not touch this one. So tell me, it will be a raised to power n. I will not touch. Like last time, I didn't touch b raised to power minus m. So a raised to power n into what will be differentiation of b raised to power minus m?
Minus m into b
Minus
raised
1
to power minus
into
m.
minus m minus 1. Is it right, students? I will just add now because I have differentiated b. I've differentiated this becomes delta x, this becomes delta a, and this becomes delta b. Okay. So once I have done this, students, so now you see, can I take now since I want to have x here, so x is a raised to power n divided by b raised to power m. I will take that constant, a raised to power n divided by b raised to power m constant. So what will I do? I will divide this thing by that. So I will write this whole thing like this only, right? So it is n into a raised to power minus 1 into delta a into b raised to power minus m divided by a raised to power n multiplied by b raised to power m, because I've divided this, plus this whole stuff, a raised to power n into minus m into b raised to power minus m minus 1 into delta b divided by a raised to power n into b raised to power m. Since I have shortage of time, students, I want you to complete this yourself only one step. So you will get delta x is equal to x into, just one step I'm asking you to do, n delta a by a minus m delta b by b. So this will be delta x by x is equal to plus minus what? N, x comes here, n into delta a by a plus m into delta b by b. This is the final result. It means fractional error or relative error in the quantity raised to power a is n times fractional or relative error in the individual quantities. If you have three quantities, all will be added, multiplied with their indices. Thank you very much, students. If you like it, do subscribe, learn CBSE. For more informative videos like this, leave any comments you have. We'll try to answer you. Take care. Wish you all the best.